And welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here with us for another episode of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. And I'm Terry Bronk, your host and your guide on this as we get a chance to splash around in that wonderful world of technology. I just love it. I'm a geek, I want to help you, particularly today, because we've got a special for you, and that we're going to be putting together some of my favorite stuff, favorite tools, tech tools. And what that means to you is that you're going to find out ways to get more done, less time, and probably save some money too, which is always nice for dentists to hear about, because I've found dentists like to save money because they're smart. Smart people want to save money. And so we're going to make sure that we give you some good ideas and information. We learn a lot of these lessons from our hero. Our hero is Paul Goodman. Dr. Paul Goodman, he's a DMD, and we affectionately call him Dr. Nachos. He helps us and gives us a lot of ideas of working with technology, pushing the envelope. Here I come in as an advisor of communication and marketing. I know technology and all that, and I'm learning from him as well. So we're helping each other. I've helped him, helping the team, and now looking forward to helping you today, because we're going to be covering some important things. And matter of fact, one of the things is going to be helpful for you. This is kind of apart from our Talking Tech Tips with Terry, is coming up this week, Dental Super Dentist Boost Business. You want to get registered for that because you can go for live for free. Hey, free is in the budget. So you can budget that, you can make it happen, and it's going to be really good. This is going to be Friday, May the 6th, and Saturday, May the 7th. That's coming up as we're looking ahead for that. You'll be able to see it. Now, I say looking ahead because, hey, this is a special session of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2, that is recorded. Usually we are live, and right now, well, I'm alive as I'm recording this, but it is a recording because I'm at another conference getting information and learning from some smart people, so I can help the Dental Nachos team, and I can help you, dear viewer, so you'll be able to do that. But you want to do this. You want to get in there and you see text BOOST to 215-543-6454. You'll see that right there on the screen, and you get a chance to watch this live, packed full of a lot of good information. Have you seen the lineup they have? Some real wonderful people that know a lot about dentistry, about the clinical stuff, about the practice management, and what you need to do. You definitely want to look into that. And the tools that are there, because tools are important. And that's what we're going to be covering today, covering those tools that are so important. I find that when you have the right tools, you can get the job done a whole lot easier. Think about it as a dentist. Now, I'm not a dentist myself, but those of you that are dentisting humans, whether you're a hygienist or an assistant, or you're a dentist, or you're doing something else, helping dentists, when you have the right tool, you can get the job done so much better. Not only having the tool, but also knowing how to use it. Now, there's a cool thing. See, I could have a Lear jet sitting in my yard, but you know what? Wouldn't do me much good because I don't know how to fly. Okay, I'd have to hire somebody to do that, take care of it. Now, I could probably sell it, but then that wouldn't do me any good for flying. So I need somebody to do it. But with the right tools, you can get a lot more done. And so today, I'm going to show you my 6 favorite tools. Well, 6 of my favorite tools. These are really good. We might have another episode sometime with a few other tools, but these are 6 of my favorite. You'd want to take notes on this. I would recommend get your pen and paper together, or your note-taking device of choice, and get ready for some fun today, because we're just going to kind of geek out a little bit here. And if you got any little bit of shred of geek or nerd in you, you're going to love today a lot, because we're going to cover those and let you see what they're like. Because, hey, it's important to have these. And the way to do it is you want to start with your purpose. What is it that you're trying to do? What do you want to accomplish with the task at hand? There's a lot of tools out there, and let's face it, the vast majority of them you don't need to use. You don't need them. They might have a tool for architects, or they might have a tool for plumbers, or they might have a tool for cardiac surgeons. Well, I'm not any of those. You might not be either. And if you are, you use different tool sets. So start with the purpose that you have, what you want to do. And then examine your current assets. Hey, you might have something already that could be adapted and twisted just a little bit so you don't have to buy something brand new. That is possible, and it's always kind of fun to get something brand new, but you don't necessarily have to. So you want to take a look at that and find out what it is that you need. This is really what they taught us in business school. When I went to business school, you want to find out what is the task that you're trying to get. What are the ultimate results? Aim at that, and what do you need to do? What will it look like when you finally get it complete, when it's done? Now, that's just basic common sense, but it's really important. And I'm glad that the professors I had at business school when I was getting my MBA would go through that and really stress the results. Too often we get tied up in all the peripheral and the support. That's nice, but it's not the main thing. Focus on the results that you've got. And then number 3 on this little important tools, study the options available. And that's what I'm doing for you today. I'm going to show you some specific tools that you can use. And you want to get your screens ready, maybe some capture screens now and then, things like that. Or you can pause this if you like. It'll be coming to you streaming, and then it'll be recorded so you can pause it later. Right now, we're sending this out through the wonders of Restream. We can program it so that it goes out live right at the right time. 2 o'clock on Tuesday, and so that'll be a kind of a nice thing. So as we look at 6 of my favorite tools, we're going to look at those, see what they are, how you can use them, and here's number 6. A real powerful thing that you can use. Everyone listening to this can use it. Bluetooth keyboard and the clipboard. Matter of fact, I got it right over here. Look at this. Isn't this kind of handy? So what I got this right here. You'll see it's there. And matter of fact, let me go forward to this and you can see it even better. There we got this right here and it's folded up right now. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to release it from the clipboard. There we go. Pretty handy. There it is. And you see I got my keyboard there, complete with, hey, look at this. Over here, we got the little mouse pad. So you just roll your finger along there, and then I'll take this and snap it in there like that. This is a concoction of Terry, C-O-T. Yeah, I just made that up right here on the spot. Okay, so a concoction of Terry. There it is. I put it in there, and you see what I can do is I can take this and put it in my lap. When I go to a conference, like when you're getting I'm doing the recording right now. When you hear this, I should be at a conference, and I'll be typing away, taking notes. It's a real nice keyboard. And I tie it into my smartphone. So I'll use this right here. I'm using my Samsung S22 on this. I can use it for that, or I can also use it for my iPhone. It'll work, or I could use it on a smart pad, an iPad, or some kind of tab. You can do it. But the key is that way, see, I can type in there when I'm in a conference, or when I want to do some typing real quickly. It's a little bit faster. Think about it. You can write in most cases. You think, well, what do you mean? Well, look, think about it. If you're going to form the letter J, you got to form it like that. That takes a little while, and you got to do it. And sometimes the handwriting isn't as good. Versus on the keyboard, I pop one. There's the sound. It doesn't always make that sound, but you get it. I'm hitting J on the keyboard, and it's done. It's faster. Particularly once you know where the keys are. That's the key. For instance, I'm studying Spanish right now. The keys are pretty similar, but there's a few that are different on that. When I'm working with Russian, I speak a little bit of Russian, and when I can use those keys, they're quite different. So I'm still learning that keyboard and working with it. I still learn a lot about Russian, but anyway, I'm still working on that. So something like this could really help you when you're going to seminars, because I love talking into the computer or talking into my devices or the computer, and the microphone for dictation. That's really good, but that's not a good thing to do when you're sitting next to a bunch of people there in a classroom. They're be going, hey, Sparky, hold her down there. We're trying to learn here. So using this can be real handy, and you can get these at an Amazon near you or some other place that would be real helpful. Number 5 is Stream Deck XL. That's the XL with 32 keys. And interesting, I've got that right here. There it is. Right there. This is it. And it's a really good little thing. Notice on this picture here, you'll see we got all these keys. You just press a key with that and it opens up a website, or it can be programmed to play a sound or to do a function. These are really, really handy. Matter of fact, let me hold this up a little bit better for you. This is the actual one. You're right here in my office. And you see, it gives you these keys, and you'll see something like, for instance, right here. Let me point to this right here. I can roll over to this key right here. That's my Google email. Google Mail right there. I've got right here, over there, Facebook. So I just press a key and Facebook comes up there. Over here, I can close a tab. Here, let me look at this right here. I'm on the other side. I'm doing this in reverse here. There we are, close tab. So I just tap on that and it'll close a tab. This over here will do a control tab for me. So I put all those in there, plus a little clock over here. And this is one of the most useful practical tools to get a lot done. Because I have other dentisting humans that look at this and say, hey, yeah, we're using it for a lot of their programs. So I encourage you, take a look at this guy. It's my number 5 on the list, Stream Deck XL. Now they have another one that has a few or less, costs a little bit less as well. That could work for you. I like this one because it gives me the ability to use all 32, but I can also create folders that can open up another panel. And there's, as far as I know, an infinite number of those. There might be a finite number on it, but I certainly haven't found it out. And this one is really good. It's from the folks over at El Gato. That's the name of the place. And hey, because I'm studying Spanish, I know that means the cat. So El Gato, the cat, and you'll use this for Stream Deck. Great little tool. I encourage you to look into it. And if you get that, let me know what you think as you work with it. Number 4, Google Docs. Boy, I love Google Docs and being able to write the notes on there, get things done quickly, and then share that with others. Share it with our team. Gina, my partner, and I, we're working with our team of people, getting communication and notes different places. It's kind of like we're all on the same computer, and that's real nice. Plus, it's easy to use, and hey, I love their voice typing. Voice typing on that even impresses this jaded journalist. So I look at it and go, yeah, journalism, we go, yeah, right, sure. Well, I look at what they're doing, and the accuracy is amazing. It's a powerful little tool, and I recommend looking into Google Docs and also its cousin, Google Sheets. Both of those are really good. I'm using them extensively and almost every day. And because I can use it on both my smartphone and on my laptop computer, that's really, really nice. Very, very handy. And as I mentioned, voice dictation. I use it with Google Docs, but I also use it here, often mainly with my Samsung right here, S22, because if I get an idea, I can put it in there really quickly and capture it. Think about it. You can talk faster than you can type for most people. Well, okay, well then you want to get an idea from your head down into printed text. Talking and dictation is one of the best. Here I am sitting actually right over there on my in my study. I'm right here in my study. You'll see right over there. Oh, I'm going to let you see. There it is. There's even got the little cushion there. That's where Terry sits. Gets a lot done, and I can do the dictation, the voice dictation for you, let you see how this works, what it can do, and then I get my thoughts from my little noggin here down into a printed form much, much faster. I'd recommend you take a look at that and see how you can use it in some ways. And then another tool, number 2. Oh, here's a good one. The right computer for you. I made a change from a computer I had been using. Actually, it's right here. This is my MacBook Pro over here, 2018 model. It was really good. And I made the decision last year for Santa Claus to bring me a new computer in December 2021. And I fell in love again. It was great. It's the new MacBook Pro M1 Max, and it is a beast. Oh my goodness, is that thing great. It's faster, it's got prettier bells, I got a bigger screen on it. Terry's a happy boy with that. Yep, indeed. But you want to get the right one for you. What works for me might not necessarily be the right one for you. And so you got to find out, okay, what's the right one for me? And for me, this one is right because I need a lot of power for my video work like I'm doing right now and all those other things. So you want to get the computer that's right. Notice in the parentheses there, for you, that is going to help you get the job done faster, easier, and well, just a whole lot better. And that leads us to number 1. The number 1 tool that I want to share with you today is the right smartphone. Yep, we use smartphones a whole lot. And so what I'd recommend is you use, now I love my S22, that's what I've got here. This S22 is really nice. It gives me that ability, but I also have my iPhone 11 here. See, I like to have both because, well, that's what I do. I'm in technology. I advise my clients about which technology to use, etc. So I want to be fluent in both Android and in iOS. I can have them both. Plus, a side benefit, you get extra geek points from the guys back at the treehouse. Yeah, you do. So it's kind of a cool thing. But I like this, and actually on a practical, real-world basis, that are only available on iOS, some only available on Android. Well, I can get them both. And that way I'm getting all those things that I need. So that's the number one thing that I would recommend. What you want to do is you want to make sure you get the right smartphone again for you. I didn't put that in parentheses on this one, but I would say getting the right smartphone. And by the way, the reason I have two, not just joking around a little bit, but seriously, sometimes as I travel, I'm in one area where the Wi-Fi is not real good, or the LTE or the 5G is not real good with one carrier, whatever the carrier might be. So I just switch over to the other phone, and often I can still get through. So that way I've got an extra way to get through if it doesn't work in one area. Plus, because I'm going iOS and I've got the Android, it gives me the ability to learn both sides. And so if one doesn't work, I got another one. For those things that are really important in life, you want to have more than one. Tools that are critical. Balthazar Gracian, a great wise man, a Jesuit priest from Spain in the 15th century, told us about that when things are really important, don't depend on only one of them. You want to have multiple cases of those so you can have it. As a dentist, hey, you want to have, of the things that are most important, have more than one. So you do it. So I think that's a good way to look at life. Think about it and what is going to work for you, my ideas, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave a note in the comments. Even though I'm going to be gone, I won't be there live. I will be monitoring this, and we'll be seeing what's going on and what's happening in many different ways. And one of the ways that we want to help you here at Dental Nachos and what I do is helping you with my 20 with Terry. Dr. Paul Goodman asked me to share this with you, and it's something that I open up to people, that you can get 20 minutes with me. You go over there, you see the barcode there. You can use your smartphone for that, because I know you got your smartphone with you. So you can use that, or bounce over to 20withterry, TERRY.com, and apply for that. And not everyone qualifies, because, hey, I'm not qualified to help everyone in every area. You want to build a nuclear power plant? I'm not the guy for it. You want to have cardiac surgery? I'm not the guy for that either. You want to get a filling in your teeth? That's not me either. But you need some help in marketing. You need some help with video. Do a lot of work in video and computers and technology. Give me a holler. Let's see if we can help you out on that. And I'll be glad to talk with you. We'll talk. And by the way, it's free. No charge whatsoever. First 10 minutes, you talk about what's going on and problems that you have. Second 10 minutes, I give you some suggestions and advice. And if it applies and works for you, marvelous. And if it doesn't, no problem at all. You haven't wasted your time. You've learned some things that might work, and some ideas, and give you something that'll help. So I'll look forward to hearing from you on that. Well, right now, in closing, I want to just say that the favorite tools that I have might or might not be similar to what you have. You might have some, probably do, that wouldn't fall into my favorites, but you find what's right for you. Again, like I was saying at the beginning, begin with what is your purpose? What are you trying to accomplish? And that's where you want to focus your efforts. Well, I'm Terry Brock. Thanks a bunch for joining me here for another wonderful episode of Talking Tech Tips with Terry, Tuesday at 2. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to be with me, and I'll look forward to hearing from you and look forward to seeing you next time.